everybody in Speed Gaming, and welcome to another Mega Man 2 Randomizer match between Arispici and poisoncurls. And with me tonight is LV Creed. Actually, I'm with him, LV Creed, helping my friend here. How are you doing, LV Creed?
We're doing fine. We're gonna have ourselves a pretty interesting matchup. It's another first round match between our species and pros and curls. We had a little bit of a issue last time with our web players not quite making it, but now both our runners have indeed made it, and our rescheduled match is about to go underway.
Indeed, indeed. And both been working hard. I think they chose 80% with the zips. I don't know if it's hidden or not. We're gonna see that in a moment. But they've both been working hard. They've both been grinding this game in the past days or weeks. So they've been prepared. We're gonna see some interesting match. I really don't know what to expect.
Well, I've been seeing them practice for a good little bit. Arispici being one of the veterans of the randomizer, pretty sure Ari's gonna have a good idea of what he's gonna do. Gonna be pretty tough to beat against poisoncurls, who's kind of new to the randomizer, but has been practicing quite a bit. But another thing that poisoncurls does have on his side is that he also knows Mega Man pretty good with the Mega Man games, mostly around Mega Man X, but he also messed around with a lot of other classic games from the NES and from the Game Boy. So this should be pretty well matched between these two.
Yeah, rich experience. It's always welcome. And Woodman. Woodman and Quickman, that's interesting. No resetting or everything. They just decide to go. Woodman can be a little bit tricky at the moment. Well, Quick is a very safe bet. You got the E-Tank and the lasers and all those things, while Woodman is a bit of a clustery at the start, like a lot of things happening.
Yeah, Woodman, under no circumstances, would probably be one of the more questionable starts because of how long it is. And with zips being available, you would like to have items at any given time, but since it's, hidden stage names, you're not guaranteed to save stages like this for later. So pretty much just gonna have to roll with the dice like poisoncurls is doing now and just hope that you get a good setup and able to succeed with whatever comes when finishing off Woodman. Meanwhile, Ari's doing the laser sections for Quickman, about to get into the Quickman boss room in probably about a few screens, so we're about to see who's going to be in Quickman's boss room in relatively short order.
Yes, and before anybody asks, they do play the same seed, yes, they just have different cosmetic choices. So in our screen you saw a Joel that jumps and shoots after. That's not a Joel, that's a rabbit. So they have very different choices in cosmetics, it's random. And poisoncurls has to take a death on the treehouse. It was unfortunate, but too many enemies and he got overwhelmed. The difficult thing about Woodman is you have no E-Tanks and fairly low safety there, so stuff can happen very quick. Speaking of quick.
Yeah, we got ourselves a vanilla Quickman in his own rooms. Not quite randomized as we think it could be. Decided to take the E-Tank for safety, getting a little bit pummeled by Quickman, but she'll relatively take him out in short order. Just one more shot, and there you go. Quickman down in a hurry, and that's one Robot Master down for Ari, as poisoncurls is about to slowly trek closer and closer to the Woodman boss room.
And in case you wonder, yeah, this is a randomizer. Quickman being young Quickman, yeah, I know. I know what you're gonna say, don't say it. Bubble Man is, if they're doing zips, Bubble Man is very straightforward. It has a very big zip that can be done buster only or with items, while I think it's straightforward. And poisoncurls is now approaching the Woodman arena. Let's see what we have here. Oh, it's Flash. Okay. This is a fast flash.
Yeah, and he kind of jumps low, so it's gonna be a little tough to get under him, but they look like there's enough room to get under him. Not only that, he's pretty buster susceptible, so a pretty quick fight on poisoncurls in. And we're gonna see if we can get some items. And we already get item 3. Item 3 probably would have been a little more useful here, but that's the randomizer for you, especially with items. You never know which items are going to be in which stage. So, because all 3 items are randomized amongst the 8 robos. So we're going to see where items 1 and 2 are going to be later on.
Yeah, I consider this a reward. That's a reward. Considering you don't know where the items are, getting item 3 straight away, that's a reward. Pretty much on par. He's gonna have Eatman open up. Eatman has a need zips with item 3, so, and the crash climb also. So yeah, items open up a lot of things. And we have air and bubble. Is this the Spider-Man air? He's pretty nasty. These patterns are not good. Yep.
And there good old Velcro air. One of the weird randomizer quirks, especially for Airman. For some reason, he's always up on the ceilings if he goes too high. The water physics actually if affecting the robot masters as well as yourself. But look like Metal Blade did quite a number on Airman. Ari probably gonna need to keep that in mind as he continues on, and we're about to retread some familiar territory as we got Woodman on Ari's side. Poisoncurls coming up in a little bit, probably about to face the Quickman that's in this boss room here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not going for Goodwood since that's how they chose to do their stages. They're not going for Goodwood, but yeah, having this super weakness on Airman will surely help. Poisoncurls in good condition against this Quickman fight. He's not weak to the Buster. I see the problem. He's slower, a little bit slower than the original Quickman. He got it without using that E-Tank. Good stuff. That's good stuff there.
Yeah, E-Tanks are gonna be pretty useful. Even on easy mode, there are some pretty sketchy stuff that could come around along the way during these randomizer races, so keeping an E-Tank in stock can be very beneficial. And unfortunately, poisoncurls finds Crash a little early, and I did not like what I saw on the first screen. Oh, we're trying things.
So, guys, if you're wondering why he's pause buffering and going to the right wall, this is how you do the booster only zip and crash. This is the safety version of it. There's a magical pixel that gets you in the wall, clips you in. So now he has to A trigger. He fails the A trigger to trigger the zip, and he's gonna try again. This is I can agree doing it 2 times, but if we do it 3rd time, there's gonna be a big time loss.
Yes and no. I only say this because, well, he wound up getting the 2nd time, which is very good. But if you saw on the first screen, there were some shrimps. And the thing about this, if you notice some once again, more randomizer quirks, the first enemy you see in Crash's room is usually what you're going to see in the platform rooms that come late, that would have came on later on. So honestly, taking the time to do these zips could skip all those insane shenanigans, and shrimp are usually some of the worst to deal with when you're dealing with those moving platforms in Crash. So taking the time loss from there, doing it another time compared to probably getting stuck trying to simply climb a ladder is probably more beneficial in the long run.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's 100% true, because if you don't have a vertical weapon, even if you have sometimes, those shrimp can be a pain. And Airman does what the Airman stage does best, and that is kill you in a pit. So sometimes when you don't see what's in the clouds, this happens. Shrimp plus Metroid, that's pretty nasty. It can be nasty if you're in a rush like these guys.
Yeah, anytime you see like these Metroids or crabs in air, you're pretty much stuck for a pretty rough time. Are we finding out that fact firsthand? Meanwhile, poisoncurls doing the crash climb. ran out of item 3s, but was able to use as much as possible to make it as fast as possible. About to go into the Crash Man room, and we're about to see some new information and see what Robot Master is in poisoncurls room, while Ari, Airman is just making pure sport of him.
Yeah, if he... Oh, he's gonna bail out. Yeah, he's bailing out. Doesn't like this. Item 3 is not enough. He thinks if I get item 1 and item 2, that's probably on his mind. I will do better. But when you switch up the stage, that's unfortunately a big time loss. But he can still recover. There's a lot of game left. poisoncurls chooses another very hard level, but he has item 3. I don't know if he has to, didn't see what he got from Crash, but yeah, still, he has item 3, so that's 1 zip if he decides to do it. Arispici doing also the booster-only version of Crash Man zip.
Yeah, Heatman stage is getting a little laggy. Trying to do some pause buffers, doing pause buffers to try to like stabilize yourself can be really troublesome. It takes quite a long time for Mega Man to reform because of the slow lag, especially with crabs and the Pyrobots in the way. It's kind of good to try to stabilize yourself, but it looks like poisoncurls was able to navigate that section pretty cleanly enough. Also, Ari able to get the buster only Crash Zip, able to do it first try, so got a little bit of time to poisoncurls, had to do it twice.
Yeah, and poisoncurls now preparing for the Heatman zip. Very quick, and very well done. So no item 2, no item 2, that means we're gonna have to do Yoko blocks. Relatively tame Heatman with the exclusion of the Chico crabs that I saw there, or whatever else was. But yeah, it was a nice Heatman stage. Am I cursing him right now? No, please. Yeah, okay. He made to the Yoko blocks. We're good. We're good.
Yeah, poisoncurls probably about a few screens ahead thanks to Ari having to switch out of Airman stage. So we're about to see what poisoncurls is about to deal with in Heatman's room. Got a small handful of Robot Masters left. He finds Metal Man in Heatman's room. Pretty tame, not buster weak, but pretty easy buster fight regardless. Blaze fire very slow. He could have fired very quickly, but we don't have to worry about that. So it's basically a damage race that normally, especially in easy mode, with the increased damage values as we see a vanilla item 1 in Heatman stage. Yeah, it's pretty much just a simple damage race where you're expected to win.
Yeah, you're basically expected to win. And Ari was close, I think, but yeah, he got it. He got item 1, which is great. We're gonna do the most tie-saving zip in the game. No, we're not. Which was Metal Man, but the item 1 is static. Those are one of the randomized properties. The item can move fast, slow, disappear, fast and slow, so in this case it's static, so there are very few zips left with a static item. It's very hard to zip with that.
Yeah, we find that our species following suit to poisoncurls, at least in this case where both of our guys pretty much evened up. We see how close each other are in terms of stage length, so probably about a few screens behind each other since both our runners have done 4 Robot Masters so far. But of course, once again, that's pretty much half the Robot Masters with the other half to go, so we can have some swings along the way. poisoncurls has not seen the Airman that Ari has seen yet, so if poisoncurls winds up having issues in the Airman stage, we could see another potential swing in the lead. So things are very early.
Yes, yeah, Airman, I'm not gonna say it's a make or break stage, but there are many things that can trigger a runner, but usually is one of the stages that things can go wrong fast. Really fast compared to the other stages. So yeah, meanwhile, poisoncurls is first to the room. And what are we gonna see here? What is this? Oh, this is Bubble Man. And this is Fish. Okay.
And we got a Huggles. And yep, immediately taking it right on the chin, using the E-tank to make sure it doesn't get killed by body damage.
Yeah,
But
Huckle's
listen,
AI is really, really annoying, and on a conveyor belt on top of that.
but he's pretty weak to the busters. So once again, pretty simple. Oh, we got an item 2, fine. So we know once Ari winds up beating this stage, he's gonna get item 2 as well. So pretty good call for both our runners to go to metal as they did. But ooh, Ari, I'm not sure if he had an extra E tank. If he did,
I
I don't know why he didn't use it. But if he didn't, that's just an unfortunate case for Ari.
do have, because I'm pretty sure they both got those from metal, but I don't know, maybe tactical. This shouldn't be, oh my god. Yeah, he's struggling. I know what he wants to do, but that's not easy on a conveyor belt. Alright. Will we resort to a weapon or something? No, he just wants to stick to the buster.
Well, he is Buster susceptible, so using Buster isn't bad. But you gotta find a way to maintain your distance. It can be complicated to deal with a bubble that acts like this, but it's not. But it's far from impossible. As long as you can keep your distance from Bubble Man, especially when he goes up on his before coming down, get your distance and try to plug him from a distance. It can be complicated, especially if he's doesn't quite get as high and winds up going down as fast as he goes up. But it's just something that you gotta learn how to deal with as far as the randomizer is concerned, because that's one of the things that's randomized, the boss AI.
Yep. And this is the second game over, I think second game over for Ari. He tried really hard. Poisoncurls got a Heatman in Flashman stage. That's gonna be guys, a flying Heatman, which you can stick under, so it's not really hard to deal with. It was weak to the Buster as well. But Ari finally using that item to you know, negate the problems that he will have in this stage. So now he's in a safe spot. He's gonna feel a little bit better. Hopefully the second part is not that hard. And I see someone asking, how are you supposed to fight this bubble map? Well, on a conveyor belt, you're supposed to use the conveyor belt. Use the speed of the conveyor belt to run away. It's not as simple as it sounds, trust me.
Poisoncurls going for the pause buffer, Ziff for Bubble Man, and the second half of air definitely much easier. We got some space monkeys. Got to be careful of the birds that's flying above. Pretty sure, I think Ari's in a place. Yeah, he's gonna just go on and move forward. He took damage because yeah, if you turn the opposite way, the bird will fly in an equal opposite direction, which could actually make your traversal through the rest of the airman stage easier. So Ari is about to go to the airman boss room, and we find ourselves a crash.
That's a very spammy crash.
Yeah, we got an aggro crash. Very spammy. Did very low jump. He's gonna be hard to dodge. Once again, you're kind of stuck in a damage race in this situation, but looks like he was able to take care of the situation pretty well.
Oh no, those are spikes, man. So everything went fine until the last jump there. It was a prop top, I think he got scared or something, and he jumped into the spikes. Things like this happen. Trust me, they happen all the time.
Yeah, but unfortunately that negated the time save that he got from that bubble zip, so we might potentially see a lead chase because of it. This is one of the deaths that you really don't want to have this late into the 8 robos. So we're going to see in a little bit and see if the lead has changed hands thanks to it.
Yeah, unfortunately dying in bubble is one of the longest deaths you can take. At least as far as randomizer comes, it's a very long road. And you're doing it without items. So Ari on the same boat actually. He's struggling to get away from these drop tops. They are gonna aim at you, man. You gotta find a way.
unfortunately taking the deaths with troubles, pretty much are making up for the death that poisoncurls has. So poisoncurls dealing with Airman in Bowman's room, dealing with our Velcro Air, making the fight much more dangerous. But he does find the metal blades, and it's a very good weakness. One of the things that we don't talk about because we don't see it very often is the fact that there are two robot masters in this game, this particular rando, that has specific super weaknesses. One we call great weakness and one that calls ultimate weaknesses. You probably can't tell because we're on easy mode the difference, but that was definitely a great weakness. One that you can kill the robot master in with 2 shots. Ari found it earlier, but poisoncurls just was able to find it, just able to make sure. And Ari's just having issues with these prop tops.
Yeah, what's with these prop tops? These deaths are actually as costly as Bubble because you're walking the whole way through. Again, let's see how poisoncurls deals with this airman stage. It's gonna be better. He's trying weapons. He's scared of these, just like Ari. And yes.
Well, he could opt to use item 2 as Ari did, but he's probably trying to save it for the second half. That or he just plain forgot he had item 2 in his inventory and just forgot he can use it.
Okay.
Trying to get into position so he can make this jump.
Deboosts and gets the long, hard jump. Yeah, patience. I appreciate when somebody has patience. This speaks a lot about a runner. That's very, very well played. And using the flash to great extent, like freezing every enemy and just passing by. That's very smart. Very smart. Very well played.
But poisoncurls should have a pretty easy straightaway to Airman's room where I forgot, was it what? No, it was Crash that was waiting. But
yeah,
yeah,
it was a Crash. Yeah.
Yeah, very straightforward, easy stretch to Airman stage, Airman's room, assumingly, because once again we got space monkeys and birds. Signed to take the bird damage. Not gonna try to manipulate the birds to go to the other side, but you can pretty much just take the damage or destroy the birds. Either way, it's a pretty easy enemy setup for poisoncurls on his way to the Airman boss room.
Okay, Ari made it. And meanwhile, poisoncurls is approaching the Terminator, Crash. Why Terminator? Because he shoots with both hands. And he's trying to set up for the Mega Man. Yeah, he's shooting with both hands already. And Ari gives up on the item 3 zip, so he's gonna go through these prop tops the normal way. I hope no.
And that's the game over. I saw his life count. Heatman is just destroying Ari right now. It's really, really unfortunate on his end. He's gonna go to Flash to hopefully just find something to mitigate all the time loss that he has, or maybe find a better weapon that can take care of these prop tops in Heatman stage when he makes his return. But for right now, we gotta Wily stay sighting. So you know the deal is, everyone. We do have a dragon that is going to be seen very shortly. We got a color that's randomized. We also have a weakness that is randomized. It's up to you, viewers in the chat, to guess that color and that weakness.
Alright, great. I'm younger, so I'm gonna pick first. Yeah, I want a blue dragon, honestly. Not necessarily blue eyes white dragon, just blue dragon. With let's be weak to Bubble. Courtesy of Freako Bubble. Okay, because Freako didn't get it last time.
Alright, I'm gonna go with one of my tried and true situations. I want a monochrome dragon, mostly contending of blacks, whites, and grays. Kind of like steel colored. And I'm gonna be a little bit friendly toward these guys. We're gonna see if Buster's gonna be weak for this particular dragon.
Buster is very, you're very merciful god, Creed. Like Buster, yeah, Buster is probably one of the best outcomes you can get on the dragon, considering ammo preservation.
I I mean, we
Yeah.
could add an extra variable to the guessing game because with these sprite randomizations, the dragon sprite is randomized, and it's usually randomized between, I believe, one of 4 dragons.
Oh
Where
yeah, I know
there's,
where you're going.
yeah, because we got a dragon, we got our vanilla dragon. We also got a dragon that vanilla looking but has shades on. We also have a unicorn dragon with a horn on his head, and we got oats.
I want the one with the glasses. Let's see. I want the one with the glasses, please. Glasses. No,
That
you got
is-
the unicorn.
That is the dragon corn.
Yeah, I love this one. It looked good, and the glasses one, I think so from one no constancy, also looked very well.
And Poison Crows being pretty lucky, got himself a metal weakness, not really spammy, so not really good with multiple shots, but still good ammo consumption, is able to still do the job. So Poison Crows out of Wily Stage 1, Ari making up for lost time in Heatman stage, getting the item 3 Zeb first try, and now he's gonna do the item 2 fly on his way to the Heatman boss room. Fortunately, he's quite a ways behind. He pretty much gonna need Poison Crows to have as many mistakes as he did throughout this run in order to catch up. It's not over yet, but the advantage is very, very firmly in Poison Crow's favor.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Everything can happen though. I've seen a lot of stuff happen on this randomizer, so I'm not kicking off anything until machine problem. I'm not giving it to anybody until machine. And yeah, about that metal blade, this metal blade seems like one shot. I'm hoping they don't need to use that much because it's not very pleasant when you can't spam your weapon. It's actually hard to play like that. You gotta time your shots, and actually, it's actually hard.
Yeah, what makes it a little harder is that the angles that you actually fire, not to mention the firing speed, is randomized for the metal blade, so you can have some very awkward angles to work with, as Poison Crows winds up finding out the hard way, trying to snipe that Sniper Joe analog up on top where you normally use your item 3, just wind up having to force you to use damage boosts and continue on through the rest of the stage there. Anyway, let's see what kind of Pico we got.
Let's go. This is an invisible Pico. It's from a ROM hack, a very peculiar one. But the thing is, when these Pico collides, when they construct, they become invisible. It can be very problematic, but they're buster weak. This is good. Derner knows what's going on and can manipulate. He's doing manipulation on the Pico because Pico follows you, and if you jump, it will go where you are. So it's hard. I'm not denying it's hard, but yeah. As we were speaking, the last E-tank, and yeah, if you for some reason don't kill the Pico, it can kill. One Pico can actually kill you. It's that bad. Yep.
And this is basically what Ari needs. He needs mistakes like this or situations like this for him to catch up. I think he ends up finding air as a one-shot weakness. I don't know how much energy consumption air has in order to make this feasible, but any weakness that you have that can take out these Picos in one shot, especially under these conditions, is gonna be extremely beneficial. Unfortunately, Poison Crows is taking a bit of a beating. You can't take too much damage in this fight. Pico hits hard, and now that Poison Crows have no E-tanks to his name, he's gonna need to take. And is he gonna take the time to get? No, he's gonna go for it. So he's gonna be at a health deficit, trying to defeat probably one of the hardest Picos that the randomizer can shove at you. And it looks like it's 1-to-1, so he's gonna be down probably one Pico fight, but he does know that it's Buster weak, so hopefully he can be in the position where he can take out all these Picos and finish off with Buster with a decent amount of health remaining. As Ari finishes off the dragon and starts his item 2 fight, Wally 2 fight.
And we kind of have to appreciate that Picos are not randomized with their speed. So if you know the original game, you kind of can a little bit predict where they're going. That's the good part of it. So it's not all bad, guys. If you know the vanilla game, this is actually doable.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
but yeah, for wondering, yeah, it's hard.
yeah, very easy to go off the rails when you lose track of the Picos. But like we said, fortunately, Poison Curls was able to deal with this fight thanks to the one-shot air. And now we go to Wally 3, where it looks like we got some interesting colored grape juice for our underwater shenanigans this time around.
Was a very, very black spike. Looked like a very black spike to me. And Mega Man popped a little bit. No worries, it's a quick death. Nonetheless, the problem, what comes from this death is we have 0 lives now. Having 0 lives can be a very, very bad thing on refights and on the machine. Yeah, Poison Curls have to take it easy, be more careful and mindful from now on.
Yeah, for those that are questioning about the Pico sprites, that is a part of the boss randomizations for its sprites, and that can be vetoed if the racers so choose. So if they choose boss randomizations, then it's on them to adjust to whatever the boss situation is, and in this case, it's gonna the Picos have the chance to be invisible in that regard. So
Yeah,
once
there are a
again,
few.
yeah.
There are a few Pico spikes, and there is always a chance to get that one. But we got a dozer now. We're missing air, so we're gonna try everything else. It's not heat, and wood seems kind of meh at the moment. Yeah, it's very meh at the moment. Yeah, he's gonna bail out in his bubble. Okay, it's a good bubble too.
Yeah, this definitely probably would have been much better instead of Leaf if Leaf was indeed the weakness. You definitely want something that's more masterable, like a quick boomerang or a bubble if bubble's masterable. Metal Blade's good. Air would be good if you get 3 tornadoes. Heck, even a crash bombs that have a good explosion duration would be pretty good for Guts Tank.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like in general, guys, take this advice. Every big boss in Mega Man, big boss, big hitbox, you want to mash it down. You just want one thing. And almost every big boss, you just want to get as fast as possible. Meanwhile, Ari, did he take a death or something?
Yeah, he took a death to the Pico unit, so he's gonna have to go through the rest of the second half of Wally 2 again.
And Poison Girl's making the right thing. I would make this too. This is a tactical game over at the start of Wily 4, so he has full ammo, full lives, everything, except E-Tanks, because he doesn't have any. So he will continue now with 2 lives, and his air refilled, everything will be back on track. Meanwhile, let's see how Ari deals with this. We know what the weaknesses are.
Well, we know a weakness. We know it's weak to bubble now. We know
now.
Yeah, we know it's weak to air, and we know it's Buster weak. There is one more weakness out there that I'm pretty sure we hadn't seen, but we don't need to right now.
Yeah, Ari is gonna switch to something else because this air is also not enough for him, just like Poison. He's gonna have to bow out right now, and he's gonna switch to the bubble. That means he probably doesn't know it's Buster weak.
Yeah, he probably definitely didn't try Buster. Buster probably would have been one of the first things you would try to use, and we got fan fiends in our anxiety rooms.
Okay, I'm really feeling bad for Poison Girl. He's kind of new at this, and this is not a good place to have fat fiends. Like, those are really, really hard at the next screen. Like, you gotta pray to kill them with something vertical. Like, let's see how he handles it. I hope he does well, because it's usually not an easy screen to do. If you want to do it fast, it's always hard. You know, these games. The faster you go, the impossible they get. Oh, he's gonna choose the item 1 route. Okay. You're taking a little of a beating. Okay.
Yeah, the thing is... Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is... the wind physics has a little bit of a weird quirkiness when it comes to riding on the platforms. The platforms are kinda not working with the wind physics, so you're pretty much not only adjusting to the wind physics, but you're also trying to adjust, trying to stay on these platforms that are moving, because you're adjusting to the platform moving, you're adjusting to the wind. It's kind of a cluster cuss of trying to mess with a lot of situations all at once when trying to
You
deal
know what
with.
helps even more? The lag. Now he's reducing the lag a little bit by killing that one.
Yep,
That one
yep,
needed
yep.
to die. Now he's gonna do the right thing. I admire his tenacity though. He's really trying his best. poisoncurls, like we said, is new to the randomizer. Not new to Mega Man, but new to the randomizer, so he can actually experience things that he never did before. Not necessarily in a good way. So yeah, he's making it up to the Boo Beam fight while Ari is trying his best to make up all the time, and he's doing right. Considering all that Ari's been through, he's doing all right. And maybe if he does better on the screens, he will make up everything.
Alright, we're checking the usual weaknesses to see what is the wall weaknesses and what the Boo Beam weaknesses are. To remind, the wall weaknesses will never be the same as the Boo Beam weakness, if only for the fact for ammo consumption, to make sure that you have enough ammo to actually, beat the darn thing. In the meanwhile, okay, so we found the wall weakness is quick boomerang, but we still haven't found the Boo Beam weakness, so we have not seen Leaf Shield. Leaf Shield is one of the potential god weaknesses for this particular fight, and actually air is pretty good. It has some good verticality. It is looking more and more like air. It's heat. Is it heat? It looks like it's gonna be heat.
Really? Is this Crash?
Oh no,
yes,
it's Crash.
Okay.
It's Vanilla Crash.
Yeah, I know why poisoncurls did this. Nice, sorry. Nice. And poisoncurls, both of them are on the edge of this game. Why before doesn't mess around, and both are on the edge here. But poisoncurls makes it with 0 lives. Again, yeah, being with 0 lives is kind of scary. Really scary.
It was really scary when poisoncurls nearly died to the Boo Beam. We weren't sure how the Crash was randomized. There's a randomization for Crash that allows you to fire it again, even though the Crash bombs was pre-fired already. But we didn't know that it was literally a few seconds before the Boo Beam was about to fire again, and he was definitely in one-shot territory. So poisoncurls got really lucky with the timing of that Boo Beam fight, and now, as we see right now, already well into the refights, where he already took down Heat.
No, this is... Oh, he has an E-Tank. Where will we use it? Use it or game over. Use it or game over. This is a dilemma right now. Oh, he's gonna... No, yes! Okay. He's gonna use that metal blade to great extent. But Ari... I know why Ari didn't use the leaf. Because this leaf is extremely slow. You're gonna see in a moment, but... I don't know if you're gonna see in a moment, but this leaf generates really slow. And Flashman does the job for Airman. That's a game over. And I'm pretty sure Ari will now absolutely catch up. Yep. They are absolutely on the same page here. One refight probably difference.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's basically a race. So, it's gonna be one Robot Master down, one Robot Master advantage between these two. So it's gonna come down firmly to execution and potential memory for weaknesses if they want to stick to the Buster, or if they want to be bold, take the time to search for weaknesses to try to make these fights faster. But weakness hunting can be very dangerous in this case while these two are very close. Any time wasted can be much more time to your opponent's advantage.
This E-Tank, is it blowing up? Yeah, it's blowing up the last E-Tank. Let's go. Now it's go mode. Use everything. The one thing that is better in refights, you're missing a few things in the arenas, and What these guys care about right now a lot is the Bubble Man. They're not gonna have the conveyor belt, so my thoughts are they're gonna do much better. Like we see right now, yeah, they're doing much better already. Not only that they already know it, but they should do much better. I cursed him, didn't I?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
definitely did. Yep.
that's the height speed and the fall speed that mess up poisoncurls. It doesn't necessarily matter if you have conveyors or not. If Bowman's speed is fast enough to catch you, ooh, Ari wisely searching a weakness to close the gap and use his leaf shield to make sure that even though he was inside the hitbox, you're gonna take damage. So the damage trading was definitely in our species' favor, and that could be the difference maker within this fight, as both of these runners are roaring right through the robot masters.
Yeah, Creed is one of the specialists of hunting weapons, and in this case, like, hunting weapons for this guy is an absolute must. Like, you don't want to deal with the Buster with this guy, just try to find a weapon. Don't force it, he will force you, don't force it. Just find a weapon, like he did. And Ari doing well. His last Robo 3 fight, I think. Yeah, his last. It's Woodman. Again, low on HP. This Woodman? No. Okay. Got him with the last iframes. Does he have an E-tank? Because our machine is kind of upgraded these days. Speaking of curses, today is not my day. I'm gonna shut up and leave this booth.
Keep in mind that we willingly have reduced the chances for Buster for the Wild Machine and cut that odds off drastically, and Ari was able to still find a Buster weakness for the machine, in which in this case, whenever the Buster is a weakness for the machine, it is weak for both phases, which definitely helps for ammo consumption and management.
Oh, that's the thing. When you forget to sometimes try the Buster on the machine will Buster you. That's the case with poisoncurls right now. Yeah, he forgot to use the Buster, didn't see if it was, and lost a lot of time searching for weapons, got damaged a lot. And Ari meeting with our alien.
The best Wily Alien sprite, Big Pimpin' Wily. Let's go.
Is that his name?
That's what I call it.
Yeah, that's from which hack was that? It looks very, very good.
That's also no constancy.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense. It's more colorful there, I believe. Yeah, it's the same guy. It looks very, very well done. Props to our sprite maker, a sprite Ripper, Charlie Boy. He did a really good job with the sprites in this game. GG Arispici with an official time of 40:58.
And poisoncurls, seeing the writing on the wall, has officially forfeited. And with that, that's pretty much race 1. We're gonna try to get race 2 underway. So if you excuse me, I got some stuff to set up on the back end. Prodigy, if you mind?
Yeah, Papa Creed is going to take care of our runners, make sure they feel good, make sure everything is sorted out, make sure everything is in order, like the seats checked out, everything, their chairs, their gamer drinks, everything. Papa Creed is taking care of everything tonight. He's serving. Oh, I'm just here to kind of tell you that this game blew me away because there was a lot of turnarounds. Like, Ari made up for all the death and everything. Well, poisoncurls had a little bit of an issue with these life management, E-tanks, and some of the bosses. He was very reluctant of using weapons. I think that took the best from him. But he's a new runner, guys, and making it so far. And on the toes of an expert like Ari, is remarkable. He's been doing a great grinding these days. Every time I see his stream, he's playing Randomizer. That speaks a lot. He really tries to be better at this. And I'm pretty sure the second seed, I don't know who's choosing, the randomized options, but next seed he will do much better. He forfeited just because, you know, don't waste the time. It's kind of a respect thing between runners. Like, don't waste the time of the other runner, just forfeit, stuff like that. And I'm sure they will do just fine in the next race. The first race is usually kind of my hands are cold, stuff like that, but the second one will be like hot-headed already. So all gamer excuses, my chair fell apart, my monitor turned off and stuff like that. All gaming is on. We're gonna see what happens on the second race. This looks fun. Where can I get the ROM? We cannot distribute ROMs. This is a randomizer. What you can do is type exclamation mark MM2R, and there you will find a couple of links that will help you to the Discord or whatever you want to come, and you'll get access to the randomizer. And unfortunately about ROMs, you'll have to have one yourself somehow. You know how it is. But yeah, feel free to try the randomizer, everybody, whoever haven't. It's great. It's receiving some updates these days. A lot of sprites, a lot of new music. Some stuff of the randomizations are changed, like the machine and a few stuff, like enemies. So yeah, it's pretty neat. And I've been playing this for a couple of years when the tournaments happen, and it's very fun. I'm pretty sure someone that loves Mega Man 2 and like kind of tries to find something new will appreciate the rando. It's pretty fun and has a lot of options too. Yeah, Tom, I know where you're going with this. Meanwhile, it seems that we're almost ready.
Yeah, we're getting close to ready. I'm back. One of our runners just decided to take a bit of a quick break. Once we get that break settled in, we'll be able to get race 2 of our best of 3 match very shortly.
Yeah, unfortunately, when you lose a game like poisoncurls, you gotta have those gamer gloves sitting on the desk. So put the gamer gloves on, get the gamer drink on, or whatever you want, coffee, something, and get the gaming going. And that's what you have to do sometimes. The only way to do it is to do it. So we're gonna see some interesting race too. I'm probably overhyping this a lot, and I'm fully aware, but I'm pretty sure he will do much better in the second race.
Nah, it's all good. We want to hype this up. This is an actual good match. These two were basically even for a good little bit. All this aside, this is a pretty fairly even match between someone who's very familiar with the randomizer and Ari, and someone who's familiar with Mega Man in general in poisoncurls, but has adapted to the randomizer very well and has learned a good number of the tricks and quirks that the randomizer has thrown at it. So right now, I'm looking forward to a very good race 2 when both our runners get started.
So guys, it's gonna be hidden stage names so they don't know where they're going. Zipless, and the sprites are gonna be randomized again. So that's actually the same, or am I missing? Oh no, zipless. This time we don't have zips. So everything you saw was zips on the first game. That's not gonna be there. So no, they're gonna do the full crash, no bubble skips, no crash skips, no heat skips. They're gonna do the whole carnival there. Every monster, every enemy you will see in the game. So, zipless, arguably, this game can be rough, can be tougher, depending on what the game decides. Let's see in a moment. I think, let's see. From what I'm seeing on my screen, they're ready. It will take a little bit of time for them to kick off and release the floodgates, but they're ready. And soon everything will come to its place, and that's Mega Man shooting with the Buster. Speaking of Mega Man, see these randomizer sprites? poisoncurls is using these Mega Man X sprite, and Arispici is using the roll sprite. They're all customly added and made from other games or custom from Charlie Boy. did a lot of this work when it comes to sprites. So good or not, questionable or not, some of them look really good.
And some of them look very, very weird, but sometimes you gotta let the weird stuff in for the sake of variety.
Yeah. We expected that as soon as these sprites made it in. They made it in like a couple of months ago. We knew it's gonna be mixed reviews. We knew about that, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do. The more you have, the more interesting it is. You have a bigger variety, you know, of sprites, so we can see a lot of things.
And it looks like we're